The ancestral altar lies deep beneath the seals. What trials await me, I wonder? I must not lose focus.
Into the tomb. Hey everybody, it's Chugga Conroy. Welcome back to more Xenoblade Chronicles. Last time, we learned that Melia was the crowned princess of the High Entia, the successor to Saurian Antiqua. She then began the trial of the tomb to gain trust from her people. Not only this, but Shulk had a vision showing that today she will be in grave danger during this trial. This time, we join Melia all on her own about to undertake the trial. Before we go onward, there are a few things that I want to establish. First off, Melia's level has been up to be roughly that of Shulk and the others. She has gotten quite a bit stronger. Apparently just sitting in the Imperial Chamber and talking to Saurian makes you a lot stronger. As you saw, she also just gained a new art, which of course I want to equip. Now, you're going to want to shift around your arts a little bit because you are fighting alone. As such, Healing Gift is absolutely useless. It will constantly be crossed out and you will not be able to use it whatsoever, so by any chance you have that equipped, dequip it now. I want to use Spear Break as well. Mind Blast is powerful, but a lot of stuff in this area just seems to resist it, so I just kind of want to not have it. Well, it does do more damage than Spear Break. You know what? I will keep it equipped, even though Art Seal isn't really that useful here. Aside from that, you want to have Hypnotize, and that's really about it. Because you're fighting alone, of course, aggro is irrelevant. You want to do lots of damage. Now, one thing is that us in the tomb right now, we are at the main entrance, so it's not like Shulk and the others are like right behind us right now. Like they're not like right up there up top entering like we saw last time. Because we had a cut between episodes, I want to take a moment to say that Melia in the tomb right here is picking up just after she said goodbye to Lorithia last time. So imagine Shulk and the others back in the Imperial Palace talking to Callian, and, you know, Dunban is all like, I am the protector and I am so suave. Oh, sorry, I can never resist that. But anyway. Yet, Melia has access to the inventory of the party and also items that we purchased after that point. Yeah, so not only can she access the inventory, but she can access it in future instances of time before the party that purchased these items. Melia works in mysterious ways. She is really good at manipulating that ether if this is the case, just saying. I want to have quick step equipment just because I want to get through here a little bit quicker, and yeah, I think I'm good on equipment, and that is all I want to say. We got the achievement Globetrotter, but that is irrelevant. Let us verify our identity and enter the tomb.
(2,512 cycles since last visitor. State your name and purpose.
Melia Antiqua. I have come to be judged on my legitimacy to the throne by the ancestral spirits.
Permission granted. Commencing analysis of genetic data.
It's so cold.
There are remnants of ancient spirits in here. This is no ordinary chill.
As I explained before, Dunban, the defense systems are designed to prevent uninvited...
Well, what does this do?
Don't touch! Huh?
Even in moments as serious as this, Reyn manages to still be, well, Reyn. Also, Ricky's face back there is priceless. I'm sorry, just Ricky steals the show right there, even though that was Reyn's time. Just look at it. Anyway, deal damage by firing elementals. Melia is all on her own, so it is better to discharge elementals rather than granting buffs to yourself. Pretty simple. You want to inflict sleep on enemies whenever you're fighting multiples at a time, and just be careful not to awaken them with arts that attack multiple enemies, such as Summon Flare. Let's move forward. We have our first item more, but presumably many. A tasty sausage. In an area inhabited by your dead ancestors that are thousands of years old, I don't want to know why there are sausages on the floor that you would think are tasty enough to eat. But that aside, we enter the Hall of Spirits, and I just want to stop here for a minute to just say that this is one of my favorite just moments of exploring the world of Bionis. Just that path of light out before us that we're standing on, all these ancient stone tablets just lining this huge hall, and just like how far up and down it goes, all that below us as well. And just taking that all in. I'm just a sucker for ancient stone tablets, I'm sorry, but I can never get enough of this kind of room and everything, and this area just does it perfectly. The music promotes the whole atmosphere here very well too. But we have our first trial, a Narrow Andos. It is level 32, and you remember how Callian and Saurian were all like, oh, like, I am Saurian Antiqua with the most epic voice in the world, and I am telling you what grave danger this is. And this is going to be like the most perilous thing you will ever do. Well, about that. The High Entia Tomb enemies are lower level than those in Arid Sea. Let's use Summon Wind right there. Yeah, that ups agility and it does a little bit of damage. It did that much damage at level 1. That is insane. And look at that. No challenge whatsoever. It didn't even get to attack me. These enemies are laughably weak. Like, just like the regular wildlife out there at sea is stronger. And not only that, but you were required to fight those Chromars that are level 38, 4 at a time, no less, before coming in here. That can be a little bit of a tough fight. If you could beat those, there's no way that you could do this. It's not me being over-leveled whatsoever. In fact, I'm not really over-leveled. I would say maybe I'm like 2 levels higher than I was in my first playthrough, if even that, yeah. It just like, of all the areas to hype up to say that it was going to be like this great big challenge and you were going to like have so much trouble, like, the greatest challenge of all, like, the greatest danger of all is those bottomless pits, and you have, like, these rails right here stopping you from going off of... Oh my god, I died in the High Entia Tomb. Really? I'm all the way back here, too. Says the High Entia Tomb is the easiest area, dies in it immediately. Well, I guess to be fair, it wasn't the enemies that killed me, it was just kind of my own pompousness showing that it's too easy, so like I walked up near the ledge and I went off of it, but either way. I still was correct in saying that falling off is the greatest danger and not the enemies in here, so I was still correct, technically. Back in the Hall of Trials, let's do this right this time. We approach the altar, and another barrier appears. We have 2 enemies, 2 Hover Astas. They're level 33, so okay, they're stepping up things a little bit. Let's use Hypnotize on this one. And target the other one immediately. Let's do some Summon Bolts. And how much damage is this gonna do right here? It's playing the boss music for this, really. I did over half of its health with 1 attack, and then the other... Okay, how about we just walk up and bop it with our staff while we're... I killed it! By bopping it with my staff. Seriously, just like... Why are you playing the boss music for this? Like, it was one thing to hype this up and say this was going to be like a huge challenge, but dude, now you're just outright lying to yourself by playing the boss theme right now. I mean, I almost feel sorry for these things. They are so weak. Like, I guess you could say that Melia is, you know, particularly strong and she is very gifted in using ether, but I don't know, it's just... I'm not trying to, like, break the atmosphere or anything, though, because I love the High Entia Tomb as much as the next guy, just atmospherically, but in terms of just what it was said to be, it is incredibly easy. Yeah, just best way that I can put it. Either way, we're at the Ceremony Hall. Let's step forth.
You have done well, my descendant.
Descendant? Are you the progenitor of Antiqua?
Think of me as a recreation of said ancestor, possessing his thoughts and speech.
But he passed away thousands of years ago.
Do not mistake me for a living being. I am a replica of your ancestor. I am merely a projection of what he would be if you were to meet him now.
I do not understand. But I do not suspect any falsehood in your words.
It is beyond doubt. If I could feel, I would feel joy. I am not real, but I do not lie.
Joy? What do you mean?
results of the gene analysis show Holmes gene integration of 80%. Estimates suggest evolution within 8 generations. Our wishes are almost fulfilled.
Wishes?
Our purpose, as decreed by the Bionis, is linked to our genetic sequence. We have spent millennia analyzing sequences to free ourselves from the curse. Only a certain gene set will unlock the mechanism and set us free.
I still do not understand.
It is of no consequence. I grant you this seal.
Is this?
It is you who will rule the High Entia, and likely be their last.
Revered Ancestor,
Go forth and rule, my descendant.
So the spirits look favorably upon you.
Explain yourself. Only Imperials are permitted to enter this place.
I am the subject of Her Highness the First Consort. I need no permission.
Mother's subject?
No impure child of the Second Consort has the right to refer to the First Consort as Mother. A filthy Homs half-breed has no right to the throne.
Who puts a great big hole somewhere like that?
As I explained, it's a defense mechanism.
What a mess, Reyn.
Friend not clever touching button.
I'm with these guys, Reyn.
How was I supposed to know that was gonna happen? What about your visions, eh? You think the two of you could come up with something?
You know it doesn't work like that.
It would have been useful, yes.
Pair of fortune-telling frauds.
You got us into this mess. And it's not the first time either.
Ricky agree with Shulk.
Why is it my fault all of a sudden?
This time it is your fault.
Precisely.
Well...
Be thankful that we are all alive. I suggest greater care next time. Our journey will be longer, but we can still make our way deeper into the tomb.
Okay. We can't waste another second. Melia needs us.
Reyn, when you're getting told off by Ricky, you know it's bad. I kind of want to have Reyn in the group so that he has to fight his way... what do I want to do here? I actually kind of want to have Shulk in the lead, but Shulk and Reyn have really high affinity as it is, so... Yeah, actually, I'll just have Reyn in the group for a little bit. I'll have Ricky in there as well, just because I want to have him in there as, support, do lots of chain attacks, all that kind of thing. Now, we're at the Tomb Robber Pool. And I just gotta say, what kind of Tomb Robber Pool doesn't have a giant sea serpent to kill everyone? But in all seriousness, in this lower area, you can go either north or south. I'm just gonna go south because that was the way I was already going. Either way works. We have yet another tasty sausage. Interesting thing to have in a tomb. And, way to interrupt my pointing out of these weird items. This was a green diode, so I guess I can understand that. I mean, there's a lot of green glowy stuff in High Entia technology. And speaking of glowy things, this thing's more of a blue glowy thing, but we have a narrow Andos here. You think that they would have stronger enemies to deal with grave robbers? No, not at all. They are pretty much even easier than the stuff we were fighting as Melia, because they're pretty much just as strong, or I should say just as weak, rather. And where we have 3 people to fight them with. This is taking a little bit longer, though, admittedly, so maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe this area is a little bit challenging sometimes, but all I know is our agility is so much higher than it can't do a dang thing to us. I mean, right there, that was 10,000 damage with, like, a single attack. It was not even during a chain attack, either. We have a spiral lamp right here, and getting deeper into this area. Okay, where is it? Where are you? I know you're in the main hall somewhere. Okay, right over here. there are these indents in the walls, and in them you'll find enemies like this Azul Andos. If you fight Azul Andos, it actually drops an item that we need for a material quest. Yeah, for some odd reason, a regular old High Entia townsperson wanted something from the tomb, a place not visited presumably for hundreds of years. Not sure how that works. Of course, I didn't get the drop that I needed. I ended up fighting another one in the same room, and it didn't have it either. If you want to go up north, there's one of them along with two of these Hoverastas. I guess it's another way that you could do it, and these enemies aren't even going out of their way to attack us. It's crazy just how much stronger we are than them, and you know, I'm only like 2 levels higher than I was on like my first playthrough, so this isn't like, you know, me doing too many quests and being too strong. No, this is just an easy area in general. Like, being totally honest with you, not even saying this for the sake of my argument, being completely honest, I think this is the easiest area in Xenoblade Chronicles. Yeah, I consider Colony 9 tougher. In Colony 9, there's at least a few challenge quests in that area that I like doing early on that I might die on. In fact, I was a little amazed that I didn't, you know, because some of those unique monsters in that area, when you don't have all that many arts, it's pretty 50-50 if you're going to win or not. This area, I legitimately never feel like I'm in danger of dying whatsoever, which there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I guess it is kind of a soothing atmosphere that they got going on here, and, you know, it's kind of nice just to kind of go through it and... get away! Wait, what? Oh, I thought for a second there I was binded or something like that. Of course not. Wow, as soon as I'm saying it is easy, you know what? I just need to keep my mouth shut when it comes to difficulty, because... leave me alone, guys! Man! Oh, there's still that many... Go away! Are you serious? It is following me up this spiral. Okay, thank God. There we go. One of them dropped an Andos antenna, and actually I was wrong. It was a collection quest, not a material quest, but how could you blame me? It's dropped by an enemy, so I thought that. Where you want to go is the central doorway right here, but before we go on, I want to get into a fight with a Hoverastas. There we go. Because it has an attack unlike any other that we've seen up to this point. I figured this would be a good time to go over this, as we have some arts that have mentioned it. If you could please use it, I would very much appreciate it, for once. There we go, Confuse. Confuse is a status that we've yet to actually see. That'll make it so that you will cease attacking and just start running around randomly. Yes, your allies can run off of cliffs when this happens, or indeed you can as well. It is a very dangerous status near bottomless pits, if that is any indication, or just nearly any drop in general. It greatly hinders you as it just, you stop attacking altogether, so it's a little bit of a weird status. Valley of Emperors. Careful not to keep holding forward, because those pathways will not open for you as they did for Melia. Apparently, they check for High Entia blood or something like that. Instead, we gotta climb on these walls right here and just look below us, man. Just how far down that goes? You can't even see the bottom. Like, if this was me, I could never climb on some strange material or some ancient technology that I'd never seen before and trust it to carry me to the other side. Especially in a grave robber's tomb, just saying. It's just like, wait, where did Reyn come from right there? That was... Why am I not surprised that Reyn is acting strange while climbing? Okay. So, I wanted Reyn to earn a little bit of his keep. Okay, I think I'm gonna switch out for Dunban right here. I mean, I know that I wanted Reyn to earn his keep, and, you know, the fact that he pushed that big red button that made us even come down here in the first place, but I think he's battled quite enough. Besides, I just kind of prefer the higher damage of Dunban. So, let's step forward towards this big ball of something.
That is a big ball of... something.
He'd look fun and sparkle.
It's not attacking us, at least.
What's happening?
Hey, look at that!
Another defense mechanism.
At a guess, we're looking at the tomb's guard.
We're not getting past without a fight.
Everyone, Melia needs us. We can't let this thing stop us.
No problem. Time to break my record.
Shulk, saying that ball wasn't attacking us was outright tempting fate. As the holder of the Monado, you should know jinxes better than anyone else. You're the one to jinx it this time. So, we have Orluga Rufus right here. This is one of those Orluga from Machna Forest, of all things. And it's outfitted with ancient High Entia technology that I guess makes it do their bidding? That's the best thing I can think of. Starting this off, we got a chain attack immediately. Let's see what we can do with it. It's unbanned. I like your 2-hit combo right there. Good. And Ricky, can this do a lot of damage, please? Oh, I get another attack. Okay, what do I want to do here? I could go for the backslash, or I could go for a Monado Buster. 31,000 damage. Oh, and I got a 5th attack. Okay, shoot, what do I want here? Tempest Kick. So I'm gonna get to use one of Ricky's ether attacks after that. That's what I was going for, but oh well. Still good damage. Charge 1. That will, I believe, up one of his stats. Yeah, indeed it did. Okay, so that ups one of his stats at random. He's got an ether up right now. Not sure how that does. Charge 2. I didn't see what that rose, or if anything, so I'm not entirely sure. Wow. It is not wanting to get off a shulk. Let's use Shadow Eye. Didn't help. You know what? When all else fails, Monado Buster to the, well, button out. Oh, I didn't even get to use it. It still used up the talent gauge.
Anyone would think we're not wanted. Are we ever gonna find her?
I think you'll find we had to take the long way because somebody pushed a certain button.
Somebody mean Reyn.
Shut it, hairball. It was just a button.
Relax. She will be fine. This route will lead us to the ritual altar, but time is of the essence.
We've got to hurry. There's no time to lose.